Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be working on a dynamic power vinyasa, which is an intermediate flow, but welcome to all levels. So we're going to have different modifications, variations that you can use during your practice. Just remember to listen to your body. Every day is a different day. Do whatever your mind and your body needs today. Let's go straight to the point. Let's roll out your mat. See you there. So today we are going to start on our child's pose. In the child's pose, you can keep the regular child's with the hands on the floor, or we can bring the elbows on the mat and let just the palms drop into your shoulder blades. And we're just going to take some time here just to disconnect from that crazy world out there. Disconnect from any unnecessary thoughts. And just leave everything outside of this room. Let's take this time to really reconnect with your body, mind, and soul. Let's start our practice connecting with 3 purifying breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And this time as you exhale, release your hands to drop them to the floor in front of you. Take one more breath, pressing both hands against the floor. And in your next inhalation, we're going to start shifting the weight forward to come all the way to the front. We're going to let the hips touch the floor, and we're going to bring the forearms on your mat. We're going to try to bring the shoulders on top of the elbows and keeping the palms facing down, pressing against the floor. As you inhale, we're going to arch our spine, look up, waking up those muscles, opening up. And as you exhale, contract, round belly in, trying to look between the legs. Inhale, opening up, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, round and contract, belly in. Last one. Inhale, opening up, arching a little bit more. Exhale, round and contract, belly in, and this time we're going to keep that rounding spine. We're going to tuck the toes and bring the knees a little bit off the mat, coming to your forearm plank. And holding this forearm plank for 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, in your 1, drop the knees and drop the hips down. We're going to bring the right hand to the front, and we're going to make a big circle all the way to the front, all the way to the back. Once you arrive to the back, bend that right foot and grab the right foot, keeping the left forearm on the floor. We're going to bring the right foot closer to us, but we're going to use the forearm to twist a little more. Look into that right shoulder and staying here. One more breath. And slowly release. Switching sides, bringing the right forearm down. Let's go for the second side. Left hand reaching forward, a big circle all the way to the back. Bend the left knee, grab the left foot, pull the left foot closer to you. Taking one more breath here. And slowly release. Bring the forearm back into the mat. Press both hands against the floor. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to start rounding the spine. Bring the hips and the knees off the mat. Holding it. One more breath. Deep inhalation. And as you exhale, drop the knees, and we're going to walk the hands to come into our tabletop position. So we're going to be using a little bit of the hands today, transferring weight. So let's warm up the wrists. We're going to start with the shoulders on top of your hands. As you inhale, we're going to shift the weight forward, keeping the hands pressing against the floor, pressing both palms. Exhale, come back to the center. Inhale, shifting the weight forward, keep pressing both hands against the floor. Exhale, come back into the center. Last one. Inhale, shift the weight forward and hold it here for 3. Keep breathing. 2. In your 1, come back to the center. Now we're going to try to bring the heels of your hands, so this part of the hands off the mat at the same time. So same idea, we're going to keep the shoulders on top of your hands, and at the same time as you inhale, we're going to bring the heels of your hands up. Exhale, heels of the hands down. Inhale, heels of the hands up. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, heels of the hands up. Hold it there. And release. We're going to try the same thing, but this time the palms facing the sides of the mat. We're going to just do rocking a little bit side to side, keeping the shoulders on top of your hands, and at your own time, just shifting the weight to the side, to the other side. Taking your time here. Take one more breath, transferring the weight. And once you're ready, just stop in the center. We're gonna do the same thing with the heels of your hands at the same time. Inhale, both of them come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one, up. Hold it there. One more breath. And release. And for the last one, we're just gonna bring the fingertips reaching towards your knees, keeping the palms facing against the floor, and we're just gonna chip the weight towards the back, peeling the hands off the mat. If you feel like the thumbs are coming off the mat, just give a little bit of a wave on the thumbs. Just take one more breath here. And we slowly release, shake it a little. You can interlace the hands, wave a little bit the wrists. And now we are ready to start our practice. So once we are ready, we're gonna bring the hands back into the mat, back into the tabletop, keeping the shoulders on top of your hands, keeping the neutral spine. Keep the toes as they are, don't tuck the toes. And as you inhale, we're gonna try to bring the knees off the mat. And just hold the heel, pressing against the floor with your hands, keeping the neutral spine. Either keeping both feet on the floor, or as you inhale, see if you can bring the right foot off the mat, right foot down. Left foot off the mat, left foot down. Right foot off the mat, right foot down. Left foot off, left foot down. Hold it for one more inhalation. And as you exhale, let's chip the weight. Let's go into our first downward facing dog of your practice. You can walk your dog here. You can move your hips side to side. Whatever your body needs right now to prepare you for your practice, to reconnect you with your mat, reconnect you back with that intention. One more breath. Inhale, look up. And step by step, we're gonna start walking all the way to the front of your mat, all the way forward. Once we are right there, hands to your shins, inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, coming all the way up. Arms come up. Hands through the center. Hands by your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, hands on the floor, and step into your plank position. Stepping into the plank, keeping the shoulders on top of your hands, neutral spine, belly in. Press against the floor with both hands. One more inhalation. As you exhale, drop the knees on the floor, modify chaturanga. So we're bending the elbows, elbows pointing back, coming halfway down, hold it here for 3, 2. In your one, inhale, upper facing dog or cobra. Exhale, let's go back into that downward facing dog. 3 breaths in that downward dog. Taking the time here. So this was the modified version of your vinyasa. You're always welcome to do this variation at any moment today. You can also skip your vinyasa and just come straight into downward facing dog. Listen to your body, focus on your mat. Don't worry about what anything else is happening outside of this mat. Last breath here. Inhale, look up. We're gonna either jump or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, coming all the way up. Arms come up. Hands through the center. Hands by your side. Picking up the flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, jump or step back, chaturanga, moving with your breath through upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. We're trying to send the weight back, trying to get the heels to touch the floor, pressing with every single knuckle of your fingers against the floor. No tension on the head here. One more breath. Keep sending the weight back. Inhale, look up. Jump or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, coming all the way up. Arms come up. Hands through the center. Hands by your side. Surya Namaskara B. Inhale, bend the knees. Arms come up. Utkatasana. We're sitting low in that imaginary chair. Imagine there is a chair I'm pulling away from you. You're about to fall backwards. One more inhalation, a little deeper on that chair. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, jump or step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, turn your left heel slightly in, and we're gonna step the right foot to the front of your mat. Arms come up. Virabhadrasana 8, Warrior 1. In Warrior 1, we have both heels on the floor. Hips are facing the front. Sending the left hip forward, right hip back. Getting a little deeper on that warrior. Reaching to the ceiling as we inhale. Exhale, fall forward. Send the right foot back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, turn your right heel slightly in, and we're gonna step the left foot forward. Second side, arms come up, Warrior 1. Relaxing the shoulders. We're trying to touch the ceiling and at the same time trying to get as deep as you can. Two different directions are pulling, getting deeper, getting higher. Exhale, fall forward. Send the left foot back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Sending the way back and taking your time here to prepare you for your practice, to reconnect you back with that breath. One more breath. Inhale, look up. Jump or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, bend the knees, arms come up. We go back into the chair, deep in the chair, just for the inhalation this time. As you exhale, fall forward, keep the knees bended, drop the hands on the floor, jump or step back into your Chaturanga. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're getting ready to start our practice here. One more breath in the downward dog. Inhale, right leg comes up, 3-legged dog, right leg extended, bend the right knee and let the hip open here. Now you're welcome to stay with both hands on the floor. You can get a little deeper into this stretch, into this opening, by dropping the left forearm on the floor and sending the right hand to the top corner of the mat with a cupcake hand here. The cupcake hand, I like to imagine there is a cupcake under that hand and you're just pressing with the fingertips against the floor. Staying wherever you need to be here. Take one more breath, looking towards the right armpit. If your left arm is on the floor, slowly press both hands against the floor, keeping the right knee bended. We're gonna very slowly let the right foot go all the way to the back, like if we were coming to the one-legged, but we're gonna completely face the back of your mat, bringing your palms to face the back. You can keep the hands, the whole palms on the floor, or you can also bring the cupcake hands, bringing the heels of the hands off the mat. In the next inhalation, we're gonna bring the hips higher. You can let the head hang. And you can stay here. One more breath. And as you exhale, we're gonna slowly come back. Let the hips go to the back and see if you can keep the hips off the mat. Maybe bringing one heel off the mat, maybe bringing both for a quick second, maybe not. And slowly reverse back. Just for the inhalation, what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna rotate the left hand to face the front of your mat, extend the left foot on the floor, and come into a side plank. That side plank, we can do a modified version. The right hand is gonna be reaching towards the front of your mat. You can come into a regular side plank, or option to bring the right foot off the mat. Hold it wherever you are. One more inhalation. Now listen carefully, with control. We're gonna try to keep the right hand off the mat. We're gonna let the right foot come down to the mat, so we are facing down, keeping the right hand where it is, either staying there or adding a little bit extra challenge by bringing the left foot a little bit off the mat. One more inhalation. Right hand down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up. They're gonna either jump or step to the front of your mat to come into your Malasana, so bringing the feet towards the outsides of your hands. The Malasana or Yogi Squat. In the Malasana or Yogi Squat right now, we're gonna try to bring the arms to the ceiling. So normally you can keep the hands on the floor if you need the support. If you're feeling good, we're gonna bring the hands to the ceiling and keep that nice and long spine. Keep breathing. Trying to touch the ceiling, you're a little bit off, so you're not all the way down. You're using a little bit of the core to bring the hips a little higher. Stay here for one more inhalation. And as you exhale, open your arms, coming down. Taking one breath here. Inhale, reverse, go back up just for the inhalation. As we exhale, we're bringing the hands on the floor. Option to go towards your crow, or you can just stay in Malasana. Those who are in crow, we're using the same Chaturanga arms that we have been working. So bending the elbows, knees are gonna try to go towards your armpits. You're gonna look forward, never down, looking forward or never back, especially. We start shifting the weight forward, and maybe you get one foot off the mat, maybe both feet come off the mat, and hold it there for 3, 2, in your 1, if you're still in your crow, see if you can only drop the right foot on the floor, and we're gonna send the left foot to the back of your mat to open into that warrior 2. Warrior 2, we have both arms in one line, deep in that warrior. Don't let the knee pass the ankle, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale, reverse warrior, reaching back, left arm is coming to the lower back, and we're gonna try to keep it there, reaching a little deeper as you inhale, and slowly come back to the center. Keep the left arm in the lower back. We're gonna shift the weight forward. Here you can use a block on top of the right hand or coming the hand towards the mat. We're shifting the weight forward and we're coming towards our half moon. Now we're keeping the left arm in the lower back if possible. If this is too much, you can go into your regular half moon. We can add a little bit of extra challenge today by bending the left knee, and this is just an option to have a little fun. See if you can get the right hand off the mat and reach towards the left foot. See if you can grab it and hold it. Wherever you are, hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Go back to half moon, extend the legs, reverse triangle, left arm down, right arm reaching back. Come back to the center. Getting ready for our triangle. Right hand starts reaching to the front as much as you can, and once you can't reach anymore, right hand down, left arm up. Opening and twisting, coming into Utthita Trikonasana triangle pose. One line coming from the left hand down to the right hand. Keep breathing, keep opening, and keep twisting. One more breath. And as you exhale, bring both hands to the floor in front of you, pressing both hands as we send the right leg all the way up, three-legged dog, shifting the weight forward, going into your Vinyasa. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk the hands to the back of your mat all the way back. Once we are right there, inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, give a big hug to those legs here. Trying to connect the torso with the legs, keeping that nice and long spine. Belly in, letting the head hang. Taking one more breath. And we slowly release. Bringing the hands to the floor in front of you. As we inhale, we're gonna keep the hands reaching forward. We're gonna start reaching the hands all the way to the front, passing through your tabletop to come all the way up to standing. Once you arrive up, we're gonna start reaching to the back, opening the chest, opening your heart a little deeper as we inhale. Exhale back to the center, and we're gonna go halfway forward. So now we're forming that beautiful table, nice and long spine. Option here to bend the knees as much as you need to, but you're trying to focus on keeping that nice and long spine. So wherever you are, stay here for 3. Keep breathing 2. In your 1, we have 2 options. Option 1, walk the hands to the front to get you back into your plank. Option 2, a little bit more challenging. We can use the momentum, use control, use your core to slowly let ourselves go straight into Chaturanga, press up into plank, and we're gonna drop forearms on the floor. Same thing as we did in the beginning, keeping the shoulders on top of your elbows, neutral spine. You can drop the knees if you need to. Staying here for one more inhalation. One more exhalation. Inhale, right knee comes towards the right shoulder, and we drop the right foot just where it falls. Left knee, left shoulder, dropping the left foot where it falls. So just for fun today, we're gonna try to practice baby crow. It's very similar to crow, but this time we're gonna try to keep the forearms on the floor. Now, if right now the forearms are not getting to the floor, just forget about baby crow, go into regular crow or just stay in your malasana. If you're working towards a baby crow, keeping the forearms on the floor, we're gonna shift the weight forward, try to get the knees as high as we can get it, and same idea as crow, keep looking forward and maybe get one foot off the mat, maybe both. Take your time here. Play with that, one more breath. And once you had enough of that, drop the soles of the feet on the floor. Keep the knees bent. We're coming up into our chair pose. Staying here for the inhalation. Bring the hands to prayer. Left elbow outside of the right knee. And we're gonna open and twist. Look into that right shoulder. Now, at this moment, we're gonna have to make sure the left knee is not coming forward. That normally wants to happen when we're in our side, on that twist. If you have your side crow in your practice, you wanna go for it, you can go straight into that. The rest can stay in this position. Those who are going side crow, slowly dropping the hands on the floor, maybe shifting the weight, maybe bringing the feet off the mat, playing with that. Take your time. 4, 3. Keep breathing. 2. Those in side crow, slowly bring yourself back into the mat, back into the twist. And in 1, we all go into regular chair. Arms reach up as we inhale. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, jump or step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, child's pose to reset. Let it go here. Take a few breaths to reset, to let go before we go into the second side. This is a good time here. If you need a sip of water, towel, anything at all that you need before we continue, go for it. For those who are good and ready to continue, just stay on your child's pose, or if you prefer on a sitting position, we're gonna take 3 more breaths to relax here, to reset. Deep inhalation through your nose. Exhale with a sigh. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're gonna take as long as you need right now to slowly start bringing ourselves back into downward facing dog. If you need a little bit more time in that child's pose, just stay there as long as you need, and you can join us back whenever you are ready. So those who are ready to continue, take your time to do any transition, any movement, anything that feels good for you before we go into that second side. Take your time, 2 more breaths to get us ready for that, to go back into the downward facing dog. Last breath, deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Whenever you are ready, inhale, left leg comes up, 3-legged dog, bend the left knee and let the hip open. Again, here we can keep both hands on the floor. You can also do the other variation we did with the right forearm on the floor and the left hand going to the top corner of the mat. And just stay wherever you need to be, looking towards the left armpit. Hold it here for 3. Keep breathing. 2. Those with the right forearm on the floor, in your 1, press both hands, bring the right forearm off. We're gonna slowly let the left foot drop to the floor behind. We're gonna completely face the back, bring the hands to point the back of the mat. You can keep the whole palms on the floor, you can bring the heels of the hands off the mat. Inhale, bring the hips up, let the head hang. Taking 1 breath here. And as we exhale, slowly come back, send the hips back, keeping the hips off the mat, keeping the heels on the mat, or maybe 1 heel off, maybe both. Listen to your body. And slowly go back into that reverse table. In the next inhalation, we're gonna rotate the right hand so the fingertips are facing to the front. Send the right foot on the mat in front, and we're coming to our side plank, your variation. Left hand reaching to the front. Hold it there wherever you are for 3. Keep breathing. 2. In your 1, left foot comes down, and we're gonna try to keep the left hand off the mat. Either we stay here or bring the right foot off the mat for a quick second. Left hand down, chaturanga. Inhale, upper dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up. We're gonna jump or step to the front of your mat, back into that malasana or yogi squat. This time you can bring the hands on prayer. We can take a few breaths here, just to reset before we continue. If it feels good right now to go in a little bit of opening for the shoulders, you can continue with me. Right arm in front of the right leg. Left arm reaches up. Look into the left hand, opening and twisting. You can stay there, or option to interlace the hands behind. Look into the left shoulder. One more inhalation. And slowly release. Let's go for the other side. Left arm in front of the left knee. Right arm reaches up. Look into the right hand, opening and twisting. Either staying here or interlacing the hands behind. Look into the right shoulder. One more inhalation. And slowly release. And again, we're gonna go back into that crow pose. If you don't feel like doing crow, just stay in that malasana. Those who are going for crow, hands in front, shifting the weight forward, knees to the armpits, looking forward, no back, maybe one foot, maybe both, coming off the mat, and just hold it here for 3. Keep breathing 2. In your 1, those who are in crow, drop the left foot on the floor and send the right foot to the back to windmill into that warrior 2. Opening the arms, chest level, deep in that warrior. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm, lower back. Left arm, reach into the back of the room, deep in the warrior. We come back to center and keep the right arm where it is. Left hand reaching to the floor in front of you. Again, you can use the block here or just bring it into the mat. Keep looking down to start, and we start bringing the right leg off the mat. You can stay in this variation. You can look to the right shoulder, or we can play with that a little challenge that we did in the first side by bending the right knee and maybe left hand coming off the mat and reaching towards that right foot. It's a little challenging. Play with that. One more breath wherever you are. And slowly release. Extending the legs, opening your arms, reverse triangle, reaching back. Coming back to the center, coming into your triangle pose, reaching to the front as much as you can, then bringing the left arm down, right arm up, opening and twisting, looking to the right hand. One more breath here. Good. Exhale, both hands on the floor. Send the left leg to the back. Come into your vinyasa. You can keep the left leg up for the vinyasa, or you can come into regular, shifting the weight forward, chaturanga. Anybody working with chin stands, you can use this time to bring the right foot a little bit off the mat. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walk the hands to the back of your mat, all the way to the back. This time you can either hack the legs as we did, or we can interlace the hands behind. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fall forward. Also, grabbing opposite elbows works here. Just let the head hang here, no tension. Take your time. One more breath, letting everything go. Then we slowly release the hands. We start bringing the hands, arms extended to the front, passing through your table, coming up to standing. Once you arrive, reaching to the back of the room, opening a little more. And come back to the center. We're gonna go halfway forward again, coming into that table. Nice and long spine. Again, bend the knees if you need to. Hold it here for 3. Keep breathing 2. In your 1, either walking forward or going straight to the chaturanga with control, pressing up to plank. Left forearm on the floor, right forearm on the floor. Same idea as before. Hold it here for one more breath. And once you are ready, left knee, left shoulder. Drop the left foot. Right knee, right shoulder. Drop the right foot. And we're gonna get ready for that second side, second round of baby crow. So same idea, keeping the forearms on the floor, palms facing down. We're gonna reach the knees as high as we can, and we start shifting the weight forward, looking forward, and maybe getting one foot, maybe not. Just hold it there. One more breath. And slowly drop the feet on the floor. Let's come back into that chair pose. Deep in that chair, hands to prayer. Right elbow outside of the left knee, and we open and twist. Again, you can stay in this variation, guys. You can go into side crawl. Just focus on the twist. Hold it wherever you are for 3. Keep breathing 2. In your 1, slowly coming back to the mat. Those who are in the crawl, we are slowly and twist to go back into that chair just for the inhalation. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, jump or step back. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, child's pose to reset. Just take a moment, do whatever your body needs right now. We have a tiny little section left before we completely stay on the floor to relax, to twist, to stretch. So just give it a little bit more of energy there. One more breath here. Take your time. Whatever your body needs. If you're ready to continue and you are in that child's pose, welcome to start walking the hands towards the right side of the room. All the way to the right, maybe the left hand comes on top of the right, and you're sinking to the floor here. Take a few breaths. And slowly walking the hands back to the center, all the way to the left. Right hand can come on top of the left hand, sinking into the floor. And slowly walking back to the center. One more breath here, pressing both hands against the floor. And as you inhale, you can take as long as you need to slowly bring ourselves back into that downward facing dog. Getting us ready for the last little section of the day. Take one more breath here to get us there. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Now in your downward dog, everything stays the same, but we're going to bend the knees. So the knees come halfway down. Keep pressing the hands against the floor. And we're going to move as close as we can to the floor and also as slow as we can. So in slow motion. In the next inhalation, we're going to slowly start shifting the weight forward, very slowly, very close to the floor. And then we get to chaturanga. Hold it there. Press up into plank. Downward facing dog. Good. Let's start. Right leg comes up, three-legged dog, right leg extended. We're going to look to the front. We're going to shift the weight forward. And as you shift it, we're going to bend the right knee, arching and trying to touch the back of your head as you inhale. Exhale, go back into three-legged dog. Once again, bending the right knee, shifting the weight forward, arching. Go back into three-legged dog. Last one, shifting forward, bending, arching, hold it here for 3, 2. In your 1, contract, stay where you are, kiss the knee, and step the right foot between your hands. We're going to come towards that warrior 3. So before we do that, make sure the knee is not passing the ankle. Once you're in the right place, we're going to send the hands to the front or hands on prayer. Finding your warrior 3. Find your balance. One more inhalation. And as you exhale, bring the hands to prayer, come up to standing, bringing the left knee to your chest. And we're going to come into our figure 4. Now in that figure 4, we're going to bend that right knee and send the weight back. We're welcome just to stay in this variation. You're getting the opening for the IT band. If anybody's working towards the arm balance, you can slowly drop the hands to the floor. Maybe just stay in this variation. If you're going to the arm balance, do the same thing, the same chaturanga arms that we are working, trying to connect the left foot with the right leg, shifting forward, looking forward, and maybe the right foot comes off the mat. I can't do it, I'm touching the wall, but you try. Maybe the right leg extends. Take your time and slowly, once you had enough of that, come back into that figure 4. Take one more breath wherever you are. In your next inhalation, left knee to chest. And we're going to send the left leg to the back. Open the arms, chest level this time. Coming towards a warrior 3. But this time we're looking forward and trying to bring the left leg as high as you can. Once you can't hold it anymore, we drop both hands on the floor. Now here you can come into splits in the air. You can keep the hands on the floor. You can hug your supporting leg and bring the leg higher. If anybody's working to handstands, keep the hands on the floor and maybe it's trying to transfer the weight towards that hand and trying to get the right foot a little bit off the mat just for a quick second. Take your time here, do whatever your body needs. One last breath. And slowly drop the left foot all the way to the back. Send the right leg up to the ceiling in a three-legged dog, right leg extended. As you exhale, right knee to left elbow, extend the right foot, get it through. Keep the right foot on the floor, and we're gonna bring the left arm up. Coming into fallen triangle. Reaching to the ceiling with the left hand. One more inhalation. And we're gonna release. Let the hips come down. We're kind of pointing towards the corner of the room. We're gonna bring the arms up and slowly fall forward. Taking 2 breaths here. Just to reset. Every time you exhale, you get a little deeper. Taking one more breath. And slowly walk the hands back to the mat. And just for fun here, we're gonna bring the left hand in front, right hand outside of the right leg, press both hands against the floor, and similar to what we did in the beginning, we're gonna start pressing, bringing the hips back and up, not completely up, using the core muscles. So as you inhale, bring the hips back and up, and hold it there, maybe bringing one heel off, maybe both, hold, and slowly drop. That was just for fun. We're gonna bring the hands to the floor in front of you. Rotate the left toes, so the left toes are pressing against the floor. We send the right leg up. One more three-legged dog. Shifting forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up. And we're gonna jump or step to the front of your mat, coming into a sitting position. That sitting that takes us straight to bow pose. Knees can be bended, knees can be extended. Hold it here for one more inhalation. Exhale, arms up, dropping the heels on the floor, touch the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, fall forward. Nice and long spine here. Taking the time to get in deeper into this position. One more breath. And slowly release. We're gonna bring the right foot towards the outside of the left knee. Right hand lower back. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, elbow to knee. And you open and twist. Look into that right shoulder. Every time you inhale, you're growing taller. Every time you exhale, you twist a little more. Take one more breath here to twist even more. And slowly untwist. Counter pose if it feels good, just to reset. Take a little bit here. And we're gonna come back to the center. Both arms reach up. Release that to come back into boat. Hold the heat as you inhale. Exhale, come halfway down, belly in. Inhale, come back up into boat. Exhale, halfway down. Last one, inhale up, hold. Cross the legs, hands in front. You can step into downward dog. You can jump back into your vinyasa. Whatever your body needs to get you ready for that second and final side. One more breath in and downward dog. So what we did at the beginning, not at the beginning, a little bit before, same thing we're gonna try again. So keep the hands on the floor, bend the knees, and very slowly and close to the floor, inhale, slowly shifting the weight forward. Get into that chaturanga. Once you are right there, press up to plank, downward facing dog, good. Inhale, left leg goes up, three-legged dog. Looking forward, shifting forward, bend the left knee, try to touch the back of your head. Go back into three-legged dog. Shifting forward, try to touch the back of your head. Inhale up. Last one, shifting forward and hold it there, touch it for 3, 2, 1. Knee to nose, contract. Step the left foot between your hands. Again, try to make sure the knee's not passing the ankle. Once you're in the right place, hands can reach forward, hands can come to prayer. Right leg comes up into warrior 3. Find your balance, hold it. Stay here for 3, 2, In your 1, we come up to standing. We bring the right knee to your chest. Come into figure 4. Same idea, bending the left knee, sending the hips back. Again, you can stay with this variation. You can drop the hands on the floor. Or those who are working with their arm balance, same idea, hands, chaturanga arms, and maybe getting the right foot off. The left foot off, left leg can come up. Find your variation. 1 more breath. If you're in your arm balance, bring yourself back into that figure 4. And once you're ready, right knee comes back to chest. We reverse what we did. Open the arms chest level, right leg goes back. Bringing the leg higher. And once you can anymore, hands can stay on the floor. You can stay with this variation. You can hug your supporting leg. You can go into handstand. Take your time here. Just listen to your body. Whatever your body needs here. Goal is to bring the leg as high as we can. 1 more breath. And slowly bring both hands on the floor. Send the right foot to the back of your mat. Left leg goes back up into 3-legged dog. Knee to right elbow, shifting forward. Let the left foot go through. Right arm reaches up to touch the ceiling in the fallen triangle. Exhale, fall forward. Dropping the hips on the floor. Arms reach up. Exhale, fall forward. Feeling that stretch here. Sinking into the floor. Take 1 more breath. And we're slowly walking back up. Now, same thing we did the first side. We're going to try to do the second side. Same idea. Right hand in front. This is just for fun. Left hand outside of the left leg. Press both hands against the floor. Hips are going to go up and back. Engaging the core muscles. Let's try. Pressing the hands, either the whole palm or the cupcake hands. Bring the hips back and up. Hold it there. Maybe bringing one heel, maybe both. And slowly come back. Take it a little. If you get a little bit of cramps, that usually happens. Bring the hands to the floor in front of you, towards the front of your mat. Rotate so the right foot touches the mat. We send the left leg up into 3-legged dog. Shifting the way forward. Chaturanga. Anybody going through chin stand? This is your time to practice. Maybe bringing the right leg up. And slowly go back into that vinyasa. Downward facing dog. One last thing we're going to try today is 1 more vinyasa, but a little different. So, you know how we have been using the cupcake hands all day today? We're going to try to do a vinyasa with those cupcake hands. If that doesn't work for you today, just do a regular vinyasa. So let's bring the cupcake hands so the heels of your hands are off the mat. As we inhale, we're going to shift the way forward to come into your plank. Chaturanga, elbows pointing back. Inhale, upper facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And bring the heels of the hands back into the mat, back into your downward dog. 1 more breath, last downward dog of our day. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Inhale, look up. We're going to jump or step to a sitting position that goes straight to our boat. This time our boat. Legs extended, arms come up. Hold it here for 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the heels touch the floor. Once again, we touch the ceiling to fall forward. Taking your time here. 1 more breath. Get a little deeper than the first time we did this. And slowly come back up. We're going to bring this time the left foot outside of the right knee. Left hand lower back. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, elbow to knee. And we open and twist. Look into the left shoulder. Keep growing, keep twisting. 1 more breath here. And we slowly untwist. If counter pose feels good, go for it. Take your time here to reset. I'm just going to bring my mic to a different position. We're going to go back into that bow pose. Bringing the arms and legs up. Hold it for the inhalation. As you exhale, we're gonna slowly start bringing the back to the mat. Let the hands touch the floor. We're gonna bring the hips up to go all the way to plow. Just take a breath here, a few breaths. Letting the hands can come to the floor. You can interlace the hands behind. You can keep the legs extended. If this is too much, you can just keep the hips on the floor and bring the legs up to the ceiling. Just so we can get a little bit of blood back into the heart. Take a few more breaths, wherever you are. And very slowly, keeping the hands on the floor, we're gonna bring the roll in the back all the way down to the floor to bring the hips on the mat. Once the hips touch the floor, bring the right knee to your chest, interlace the fingertips, left leg goes down, and really pulling the right knee to your chest here. Using the strength of your hands. Use the strength of your hands to pull the knee as close as you can. There is no tension anywhere. You're getting that opening, you're getting that stretch. Left hand is gonna grab the outside of the right knee, pull the right knee across your body, open the right arm and look to the right. Just let it go here. Take your time. One more breath. Sink into the floor. And we slowly untwist, coming back to the center. Bring the left knee as well and give a big hug to both knees. You can tuck the chin, shoulders off the mat, become a tiny little ball. Hold it here either with the knees hug or fingertips reaching to the front. Stay here for 3. Keep breathing 2. In your 1, drop the soles of the feet on the floor. Knees are pointing up. Fingertips are reaching towards your heels, palms facing down. Now here we're gonna come to our bridge and we're gonna imagine there is a block between our legs just to make sure we activate those inner thigh muscles. So keep the hands on the floor and as we inhale we're gonna start bringing the hips all the way up. Hips are coming up. You can stay on this bridge with the hands on the floor, interlacing the hands behind. If you're working towards your full wheel, option to bring the hands towards the shoulders, fingertips facing towards you, elbows in. You can stay with this variation, hips stay up. You can come halfway up by bringing the top of the head on the floor and keeping the elbows in. And for those who are going for the full wheel, you can come all the way up into that wheel. Wherever you are, we're staying here and breathing for 5. Keep breathing 4, 3, 2. In your 1, we reverse what we did. Top of the head, bringing the chest down, the shoulders down, dropping the hips on the floor. Once you are there, release the hands. You can stay still with the knees, or you can let the knees rock a little bit side to side just to reset before we go into our second side. And once you are ready, we're gonna bring the left knee this time to the chest, interlace the fingers, and slide the right leg down. Really pulling the left knee to the chest here, making sure you're getting that stretch. Take 1 more breath. And with the right hand, grab the outside of the left knee, pull the left knee across your body, open the left arm and just go into that twist. Just sink into the floor and release. Take your time. 1 last breath. And we slowly untwist, bringing the left knee back to the chest. Right knee also coming up. Let's come into our happy baby here, just to finish, to reset. We're gonna finish our practice with a final inversion. That inversion can be as simple as just reaching the legs and the arms to the ceiling so the blood can come back into your heart. You can go into a shoulder stand, headstand, handstand, anything at all that you want. We have the last 10 breaths for you. Or you can just simply stay here, letting the blood come back. Taking as long as you need here. You're welcome to stay on that inversion for as long as you need. If you're feeling that you had enough of this, you're ready for your Shavasana. We're gonna take the last few breaths to slowly start bringing ourselves to your favorite Shavasana. You can let the hands hang, relax and just let go. Melt into the mat. And really allow your body here to absorb the benefits from your practice. Well deserved Shavasana, guys. Just listen to your body. Deepen your breath. Starting to feel some energy coming back into your body. Maybe feeling some movement on your toes, fingertips. Maybe moving your head side to side. And whenever you are ready, start to reach your fingertips towards the back of the room. And in your next inhalation, give yourself a nice and big stretch. Exhale, release. We're going to bend the knees and slowly roll towards the right side of your mat, coming into the fetal position using the right arm as a pillow. Taking the time here to send some gratitude to those around you and to really thank yourself for making it this far. And whenever you are ready, with those eyes closed, slowly bring yourself back into any comfortable sitting position that you like. Whatever is comfortable for you. You can keep your eyes closed. Keep the hands coming towards your legs. Let's close our practice with 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale with a sigh. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly bow your head. Bring your hands to prayer. And today honor your body, honor your mind, honor your soul. However you're feeling, whatever you're thinking is exactly as it should be. Always remember you're absolutely perfect just the way you are. It was a pleasure guiding you to this practice. I hope you have fun, and I hope I get to see you soon. Namaste.